My birth name is Jasmine. Jasmine, and when I was pregnant with my son, it was a joke. My cousin would say, "You're about to be a mother." So I had changed my Instagram name to that, and then it just kind of stuck, and now it's who I am.
Okay.
I'm Mother West.
Right.
So I am a chef. I've been a chef for about 7 years now, and a couple of high school friends and I got together and opened up the restaurant. Here we are. You honestly, I'm gonna give you some honest answers.
Yeah.
So after I had my son, I was wild, like party girl, wild, really living life day by day. No goals, no, just I'm alive. If I wake up the next day and I'm alive, then that's good. And when I got pregnant with my son, I was broke. And I was like, what am I good at that I can do to make quick money? And I can cook. So I started researching culinary schools. And I was like, I was talking to one of my cousins. I'm like, do you think that I could be a chef? She's like, yeah, you should do it. I went, did an orientation, started school, and it just took off from there. I wasn't even in school maybe half a year before I had got like a Facebook request for personal chef services. And the lady was like, she had a client that needed, personal. So I'm like, okay. So she gives me all the details. And I'm like, this is my first time doing this. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, was be a personal chef. So the day before, she tells me what the person likes to eat. Then she's like, you need to be there at this time. He lives downtown. And then she sends me the address and she tells me, oh, by the way, he plays for the Indianapolis Pacers. So that made my anxiety go like 10 times. I'm like, oh man, she waits till the day before, but I was prepared. So I got his meal together. I kind of remember what he got. I did some baked chicken, some dirty rice, and some green beans. So I took it over. I knocked on the door. He came to the door with Solomon Hill. He was my first athlete. And he came to the door. I gave him the food. I was nervous leaving down. I waited to hear from her the next day. She's like, he loves it. And it just took off from there. Really took off from there.
Right.
I am if you follow me on social media, I am pretty much an open book. I'm a young girl that grew up a few streets over from here. Single mom. We were poor. My mom did the best she could. Grew up kind of rough, in the streets. Learned more than I probably should at my age. Was always ahead. Flunking out in high school. My high school teacher told me in my junior year, she's like, you have all F's, you're not gonna graduate, you should look into getting your GED. And I don't know why, because I never took school serious, but I took that as a challenge. And I was like, she can't tell me what I can and can't do. So I went to day and night school. So I went to Northwest in the morning, I went to Broad Ripple at evening. I had 6.5 credits. The second semester of my junior year, I needed 40 to graduate. I went to school day and night, and I walked core 40 with my class, 99. Wow. And I was proud. I was like, you can't tell me what I can't do, because I take that as a challenge. I'm going to prove you wrong. And, after that, I went away to college. I went to Central State University. We didn't have the finances for me to stay there, so I had to come back home. Came back home. Worked at a daycare for a little bit, and then moved in with my best friend and ended up getting shot. Her kid's father shot and killed her, 2 of my other friends, and left me for dead. I was shot 6 times. My face, my chest, my hand, and my arm, and I was the only one that survived. So it's been one tragic event after another with me.